Hi, it's Sam from secretreturns.com. If you like gold, silver, or value first mover advantage, you're going to love this new commodity. Secretreturns.com is a service showing you how to leverage one of the rarest commodities on earth before it's completely exhausted. Our short presentation reveals something that could stop you from buying any other metal. Listen in.
It's no secret Warren Buffett is not a fan of gold. But why is he hoarding this new, extremely rare commodity? Well, let me explain. While gold bugs are stunned by $1,700 gold, the top 1% are getting greedy in a little-known price surge of a new, extremely rare commodity. You see, bullion dealers who missed $300 gold in 2002 are not making the same mistake twice with this new, rare commodity. So if you trust gold and silver to safely secure your family's wealth, you won't get enough of this stuff. You can liquidate it into a recessionary market that's willing to pay 46,800 times more for it than its equal weight in gold. Evi Hambro, who manages the $6.6 billion World Mining Fund for Merrill Lynch, said, "This commodity has the best fundamentals. The gap between supply and demand is much greater compared to other commodities." You'll discover why commodity traders are paying close and serious attention to its arrival. You've probably heard this statement before. Platinum is 35 times more rarer than gold. Having said that, the cheapest form of this rookie commodity is over 165 times rarer than gold. The Securities and Exchange Commission recently received an application for this commodity to be traded just like gold ETFs started back in 1971. Remember, this was when gold was as cheap as $35. This commodity has been quietly creating a new generation of commodity tycoon without the risky stock market. As a former stockbroker myself, I'd like to think I know a little bit about risk. In fact, my conscience just couldn't handle some of the toxic stock our clients had to buy, so I did something about it. I listened to my conscience. I put the stock market behind me and have never looked back, largely thanks to this commodity. So I think this qualifies me to say, stop funding your broker's lifestyle and wake up to what he could be putting his own money in. This is me on a recent expedition to a pretty exciting mine somewhere in the world. If you'll allow me, I'll be revealing why I could be worth listening to. So bear with me. This is me again on another recent expedition. On this project, the financer doubted my vision. Then he began to call me sir when I showed him how to harvest $500 notes from land that he thought was barren. Again, it's all down to this new, rare commodity. But enough about me for now. Thanks to the extreme rarity of this commodity and a surge in demand, it's now siphoning pretty chunky trade volumes from the stock market, right under the noses of those switching the stock market on every morning. You see, this is why bullion dealers don't want you to know anymore, as you may begin lightening your load in gold, since they actually lack the expertise in this new, rare commodity. So what is it then? Well, bear with me, because it's gold, just possibly better. What do we mean? Well, its price has never decreased in over 30 years. Prices have only appreciated. One owner experienced a 1,000% gain, an 83% annual increase over 12 years. The second owner experienced a more modest 243% gain over a longer 21-year period, but he stored a form that we wouldn't recommend you purchase. So I say not bad for buying scrap. Third owner experienced a 1,650% gain, even though sadly he liquidated his position far too early. And yes, he probably does regret it. So the point really is, the best in this commodity, in this sector, we believe is yet to come. For for the reasons I'm about to outline. What commodity has Warren Buffett been stealthily hoarding from at least 1988 without needing to officially register his ownership? You see, this commodity has boldly plowed through every bear market since records began in the 1970s. Why will you no longer need to worry about things like inflation if you own just 1 gram? Even though the wealthy elite have religiously relied on it as a solid, tangible asset, it's actually been out of reach to mainstream investors. Obviously, until now. It's less volatile, so prices are not affected by volatile stock market swings that have no doubt caught you and your broker out. It's insulated. They say it's the most concentrated form of wealth in existence. But here's a silly question for you. What do you think would happen to the price of gold if we lost 90% of expected production? Now I know you know the answer. So those who have already invested billions to mine this commodity are facing 3 monumental challenges. Now I need you to decide for yourself how big these challenges are. Then I need you to decide for yourself if you feel you could take their challenge and turn it into your profit. I believe you can. And this is why I'm calling it the coming apocalypse for this industry. And these are the reasons why. Problem 1. The planned closure of the one and only mine producing 90% of the world's supply has been set for 2019. And the setting of this date has the mining industry and related industries in a total panic. You see, welcome to problem 2. Ask any geologist. There's no new mines yet discovered to replace this mine that is soon going off stream. But let's take this scenario a little step further. Even if we did find a new deposit tomorrow, it would still take at least 10 to 15 years before they got their product on stream. And this is why the closure of this mine will be transforming to the wealth of those who had foresight. And I believe you could be one of them. Diminishing supply fueled by a supercharged surge in demand has resulted in average annual price increases of 30% in some forms. And really, the reality of it is this, or should I say, my unscientific explanation is this. Mother Nature just seems to have run out of ingredients when creating it. We don't have an abundant supply to exhaust at will, and what she does have isn't given up easily and could soon be even more out of man's control. And this, we say, is problem 3. But even though some in the media have actually picked up on this story, this really is only for the bold. It's definitely not for everyone, just like gold was not for some in 2002, when gold was $300. It's currently over $1,700. And it's definitely not for everyone, just like platinum was $500 in 2002. It's currently over $1,600. But if it is for you, what do you think so far? Not bad for an asset class your financial advisor doesn't even know exists. But for those that are not asleep on duty, they're saying that this is birth of the new gold, while others believe it's the last untamed commodity. Now I choose not to argue about what it should be called, but I choose to try and profit from this new rare commodity. And those who trade this commodity and those who've experienced the ride of a commodity bull market, they're not taking their finger off this trigger. And this chart possibly illustrates why. So if you have the appetite for a commodity with a less hazardous reputation, a proven track record, and a rock-solid future, then stick around. I think you're in the right place. In this video series, we're going to prove to you why a successful yet small group believe that the best time to get knee-deep in this commodity is right now. Now, as a former stockbroker myself, and no doubt a successful business person yourself, you'll agree with me when I say losses really are created, but gains are mastered. So don't miss this relentless flight to quality. If you're interested to hear more, then get the next video that reveals it all at secretreturns.com. Thanks for your time.